3. As with the last 2 weeks, any flashcard trials and the games used throughout the week can be accessed by going to Phonics Play. During lockdown, this can be accessed using the following details: username Jan21, password home. Some of the games we use in Phonics can also be accessed by googling Odd and Bob Phonics, as there are more games on the Phonics Bloom site. Monday. To review work you've previously done, I want you to go to Phonics Play and go on the flashcard speed trial, looking at phase 4 sounds. Ignore the fact that it says phase 5 here, sorry, let's change that. Phase 4 sounds. Today we are learning the AW digraph for the OR phoneme, as in saw. A, W, or. A, W, or. Let's add sound buttons to these words and read them together. Write them on your paper and add in your sound buttons, pausing the video whilst you do this. K, L, or. Claw. G, or, n. Gone. Sh, or, l. Shawl. St, or. Straw. D, or, draw. P, l, or. Claw. Y, or, n. Yawn. Th, or, l. Thall. Is claw real or nonsense? It's a real word. Animals have claws. Gone, real or nonsense? It's a nonsense word. Shawl, it's a real word. A shawl is like a scarf. Straw, it's a real word. We drink from straws, and straw is also used to feed some animals. Draw, drawer is also a real word. Drawer spelled like this means like a drawer in a cupboard, drawers that we might put clothes in. Without the ER, it's draw, as in draw a picture. Claw is a nonsense word. Yawn is a real word. We yawn when we are tired. And thall is a nonsense word. Go to Phonics Play, Buried Treasure, or to Odd and Bob to play to sort words into real and nonsense words after sounding them out. Let's try and apply our new phonics. So remember, we're looking at the AW spelling of the OR phoneme. Something I do when I'm tired. Yawn. Y, or, n. Yawn. A crab has 2 of these. Claw. K, l, or. Claw. The grass in a garden is a, we don't often call it this up in Manchester, but it's a lawn. L, or, n. Lawn. I'll just move that so you can see properly. It's a lawn. Well done, that's the end of Monday's lesson. Phase 5A, week 3, Tuesday. So, I want you to practice some words containing the graphemes we've looked at so far in phase 5. So it could be play with our A phoneme, cloud with our ow, girl with our tie with our I, bead with our E, boy with our oi, glue with our oo. So ignore these bits in brackets are telling you this is the oo, sorry, and this is the u of these two ue's. So we've got glue and q, and claw with our o. Today we're using the digraph PH for the phoneme, like an elephant. So P, H, making pause the video here, write out your words, put in your sound buttons and try and read them. Let's do that together. O, o, photo. N, fen. K, l, a, class. A, l, a, alpha. E, m, a, emphay. O, n, I, k, phonics. G, r, a, graph. T, fert. Real or nonsense? Photo is a real word. Photo is a picture we've taken. Fen. Spelt like this, fen is a nonsense word. Claff. Claff is a nonsense word. Alpha. Alpha is a real word. The alpha male in a group of gorillas is the strongest. Emphay. Emphay is a nonsense word. Phonics. Well, we know that phonics must be real because we're doing it. Graph. Graph is a real word. A graph is a way of showing data, showing information. And fert is a nonsense word. Again, you can go on to Buried Treasure or Odd and Bob to look up more words containing our PH for phoneme and sorting them into real and nonsense words. I want you to read the following sentence. Take the sphere and the graph. We spot our words. Good, they're here. Sphere and graph. A sphere is like a ball. So it's a 3D shape, it's a ball, and a graph, like I said, is like this. It shows different information. You will do graphs in maths. Well done, that's the end of Tuesday's lesson. Phase 5A, week 3, Wednesday. Let's practice writing some tricky words. So write down the words that I say. O, people. There, could, asked. I'll say them again. O, people. There, could, asked. Today we're looking at the WH digraph for the W phoneme, as in whistle. W, H. W, as in whistle, and what. Write these words out on your page, add in your sound buttons and try and read them. W, p, wump. W, s, p, whisper. W, itch, which. W, n, when. W, e, l, wheel. W, e, m, wean. W, I, m, p, whimper. and weck. Real or nonsense? Wump, nonsense. Whisper. Whisper is a real word. When we whisper, we talk quietly. Which. Which is a real word and spelt like this, it's the question word. Which one do you mean? When. Another question word. Wheel is a real word. We have wheels on bikes and cars. Weem is a nonsense word. Whimper is a real word. A dog might whimper when it wants something. And weck is a nonsense word. Read the sentences below. Then try and find our w phoneme. Which is a dolphin better at, jumping or swimming? Phonics is about sounds. I can whisper them or say them out loud. When will you take a photo of a big wheel? Our w phonemes are in which, whisper, when, and wheel. I can also find our PH spelling for our sound that we did yesterday. Well done, that's the end of Wednesday's lesson. Phase 5A, week 3, Thursday. To review, I want you to go on a phonics play space race to look at spelling words using either phase 3 or phase 5. Today we're looking at the digraph EW for the oo sound, as in screw. So EW, oo. Let's try and match the words to the pictures. I'm just going to pause here whilst I make some of the pictures smaller. So we're looking at EW for oo. Screw. Screw. Which picture shows a screw? Correct. This is a screw. Flew. Which picture shows flew? It shows someone flying. They flew. Good. Blue. Which picture shows blue? Good, it's this one. He blew the bubbles. Brew. Brew. Which picture shows brew? Good, this is a witch's brew in a cauldron. We often use brew in Manchester for a cup of tea. Threw. Good, he threw the snowball. Drew. He drew a picture. I want you to write the sentences that I'm now going to say. They threw the screw which flew in the air. They threw the screw which flew in the air. And your second sentence? He blew on his brew to cool it. He blew on his brew to cool it. Did you get those right? Well done. That's the end of Thursday's lesson. Phase 5A, week 3, Friday. Try reading our tricky words for today. Mrs. Looked, called, asked, Mr. Today we're looking at the EW spelling again, but whereas yesterday was for oo as in screw, today is for u as in pew. So in fact we should have a y there to show that. So again we're doing EW, which make the U phoneme like the letters O, O and UE did. U as in pew. Let's match the words to the pictures. So, U, pew. These are pews. They are seats that people sit on in church. U, stew. This is a stew. It is generally made of vegetables or meat and vegetables. N-F-U, nephew. This picture shows a nephew because it's a boy, and I think that's meant to be his auntie. And few. There are more than a few, I think, cornflakes in that bowl. And finally, let's see, remember we're looking at E, W for U. What a boy is to his auntie. Oh, we've just thought about this one. What a boy is to his auntie. He's a nephew. This means 3 or 4. Few. And a meal made with lots of vegetables that cooks for a while is a stew. Well done. That's the end of phase 5A, week 3.